like that when you do the motion, it actually captures that.
Yeah, you know what? If you want your own trading card now with you on the card, make sure to come and
पीक कीबोर्ड वॉरियर है ब्रो, तेरे मुंह पे बोला तू पीक कीबोर्ड वॉरियर। अगर वो टीम ने अभी मार दिया होता ना 4 वो गन फाइट में, तेरा कुछ ओपिनियन ही नहीं होता भाई। तो बोलता अरे क्या बात है, ये गन पावर तो ओजी में मिसिंग थी, तेरा ये सुपर सेट होता। तो ऐसे ही चीपड़ा, हैदराबादी में चीपड़ा बोलते हैं उसको, इसके नाक के अंदर का मसला रहता था उसको चीपड़ा बोलते, वो है तुम साले अपनी टीम के लिए अच्छा नहीं चाहते हो रे कभी। तुमको गेम यार, तुम लोगों को गेम के बारे में छोड़ो अभी, क्या बोलो यार, छोड़ो भाई। बेकार भाई, बेकार मतलब बेकार भाई, क्या बंदे हैं भाई कसम से भाई। ओजी के 5 मैच पहले दिन थोड़े कैजुअल के रैंक पुशर, हाँ और कल वो सेकंड आ गए तो सीधा ओजी, वो सारे रैंक पुशर वाले सबके सब कन्वर्ट हो गए। अरे ये हमारा भारत है, ये हमारा इंडिया है। अबे तुम अंदर ही अंदर साले कभी कभी तो देखो 100 लोग में से मैं तो लिख के दे रहा हूँ, अगर मेरे को 1 लाख लोग देख रहे ना, 1000 लोग तो जानबूझ के चाहते कि इंडिया गंदा खेले। ऐसी थोड़ी है अपनी कम्युनिटी में, थोड़ी ऐसी टॉक्सिसिटी है ना, तुम्हारा दिमाग खराब हो जाएगा भाई। एंड ये वो टॉक्सिक में से कुछ एक लोग। कैसे बोल सकता रे तू, कैसा बोल सकता रे? 3 गेम हो रहे, कैसा बोल सकता ब्रो तू? वो लोग स्ट्रीम कर रहे थे, उन्होंने ग्राइंड नहीं करी। तेरे को मालूम है कितनी मेहनत लगती है, कितना ग्राइंड लगता है स्टेज पे पहुंचने के लिए। Arrogance. बाप रे बाप।
However, I knew, we've been talking about this actually before the game, right, where it's like this team does not have any pressure on them whatsoever. They are not a team that falters under that pressure. So for me, seeing that, I was like, okay, let's see what they got. Let's see what they got. And actually, coming in, they had a fantastic defense. Vitality, yes, they did push one by one a little bit, but I think for...
ऐसा नहीं बोलते यार पब्लिक अपनी टीम के लिए, ऐसे नहीं सोचते भाई। 12 मैच जब तक कंप्लीट नहीं होते तब तक तुम्हारा अंदर का जो भी ज्ञान है दो मत यार। कल भी बोला था, परसों भी बोला था ओजी के लिए भी, कि तुम लोग चैट में जो ज्ञान दे रहे हो, जो तुम सारे के सारे ये एरोगेंस, ये कोचिंग जो कर रहे हो, इनका ये लैक कर रहा है, उनका वो लैक कर रहा है, ये कर रहे हैं। 12 मैच जब तक नहीं होते ना तब तक ज्ञान मत दो, ऐसे मत करो यार, ये गलत बात है। उन्होंने बहुत मेहनत करके उन लोग पहुंचे, पूरी कंट्री को रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं। अपना फर्ज बनता है भाई कि हर गेम में अपन पॉजिटिविटी के साथ सपोर्ट करें, क्योंकि आपका ये ज्ञान, आपका टिप्पणियां जो दोगे, आप जा जाके उन प्लेयरों के डीएम में करोगे, और प्लेयर डीएम पढ़ लिया, बहुत मेंटल इफेक्ट पड़ता है भाई। तुम लोगों का यहाँ पे बोलना आसान है, उन लोगों का वहाँ पे खेलने में जमीन आसमान का फर्क है। तुम एक नेगेटिव कमेंट कर दोगे, ये कर दोगे, वो कर दोगे, मेंटली बहुत इंपैक्ट पड़ता है भाई प्लेयर्स पे। सपोर्ट करो, जब तक 12 मैच नहीं होते तब तक कुछ मत करो भाई, प्यार दो, पॉजिटिव रहो। जैसा पहला मैच आज के दिन पे स्टार्ट किए थे एकदम खुशी के साथ, चौथा मैच भी वही लेवल से चालू करो यार। इतना क्या भाई यार, कसम तुम लोग भाई क्रेजी।
That is joining us for a little bit of a CC update because I've got some interesting stuff to talk about, okay? We've got a lot going on at the Lenovo Legion Gauntlet. We already had a 3rd, 4th place decider match happen, and Geek Esports was able to claim 3rd place, making Rock Esports be that 4th place squad. Once that was done, we now have a grand finals match occurring. We will have another EWC champion in just a couple hours. AGAL and KSG. It's going to be massive, and of course, I'll keep you guys all updated at home for how that ends up playing out. But
कौन सा गेम का हो रहा है चैंपियनशिप अभी?
Now that I'm here, let's get back into the discussion. These matches are great matches.
AGAL versus उसने बोला ना?
Thoughts about Vitality.
Get out of here.
कौन सा गेम का हो रहा है?
Don't be trying to take my job. Go find some more updates for the club championship. Yeah, she was going to ask you about, I don't even know what, Max, after these 3 matches, what has surprised you so far?
That was a it's a normal-ish game. Actually, it was kind of weird still. The circle was very fast.
It's okay. Oh.
There was a lot of water on phase 1 zone.
It's okay.
The execution was fun, but it was very gifted. We know, looking at this game, Vitality,
कोई खेलता है चैट में?
Red Force, not contested. There are 2 buildings in the...
इन लोगों को हेल्प नहीं पता गेम का, ऐसे का बकवास करते हैं जो कि इनको लगता है खेल रहे हैं। चिल मारो, मैच एंजॉय करो। हामिद भाई तक तो 100 यार मींस अ लॉट। ओरे बाप रे 50-50।
But here we go, quick look at the overall rankings, and oh my goodness.
यार पब्लिक यार, ये 50-50 वाह कसम रे, उनको 40 पॉइंट चाहिए रे बस, दोनों टीम को 40-40 पॉइंट चाहिए, वो लोग क्वालिफाई कर गए रे फाइनल्स के लिए। 3 गेम में 50 पॉइंट कर दिया यार। तुमको 9 गेम में बचे हुए 9 गेम में उनको 40 पॉइंट निकालने, ओरा को 9 गेम में 50 पॉइंट निकालने। कसम रे, थोड़ा ये ग्रुप है ना यारो, थोड़ा पॉइंट्स टेबल वियर्ड जा रहा है। अच्छी टीम जो खेल रही है वही कंटिन्यू अच्छा खेल रही है, प्रॉब्लमैटिक है। मैं कैसे बोलूं, अपने लिए थोड़ी बैड न्यूज है। अपने को अच्छा खेलना पड़ेगा। अभी अपने पास चांसेस बहुत कम है क्योंकि बचे 2-3 स्लॉट ही, उसके लिए बहुत अच्छा खेलना पड़ेगा रे।
Across several games is that your game number 1 can be the crux
फाइनल्स में मजा आने वाला है,
of the
भयंकर।
entire thing. You can clearly take everyone's weakness, go in strong, but of course, second, third game, people are going to start reading your plays,
इतने
understand
बेकार है भाई, कोई तो बोला लूडो का फाइनल है।
how you're going to make this through.
ऋषि भाई देंगे
And
तो
that's what's happening at E-Arena now. They had such a strong start, but everyone's reading them like
लूडो का फाइनल,
Everybody is reading them like a bug. When we saw the overall there at the
लूडो का फाइनल हुआ था 100% इंडिया जीती। इतना लूडो खेलते हुए थे। ना पेटेंट गेम है वो, जब भी ट्रैवल करते फैमिली के साथ, ग्रुप के साथ, ट्रेन वेन में, क्या अपना ही गेम है भाई, अपने इधर ही बना गेम है वैसा है। ट्रेन में जाओ, कोई फैमिली दिख गए एकदम सब खेलते रहते भाई। नहीं हो पाएगा टॉप 5, हो सकता है भाई, ऐसा कुछ नहीं, क्यों नहीं हो सकता ब्रो। 3 गेम गए, अभी बाकी के 3 गेम देखो। आओ एंड वाला 44 देखो वापस।
From Vitality, and the main reason why they didn't end up getting this chicken dinner.
थोड़ा ज्यादा डब्ल्यू दबा दी
One
वाइटैलिटी।
player sends it, then an extra player sends it, but 2 players are still on the back end of that fight. This is the moment to send everything onto Notion Red Force to hopefully make it work out. But here, one player on the left side of the wall, he gets overwhelmed. That's the end for Axel.
फेडरलिस्ट ने पहला डीवीएस शॉट मिस किया।
At that moment, pretty much. No way Jose is that working out. The 2 other players still on the roadside. Unfortunately for them, it was a massive misplay, sending it all together. Maybe that could have been a Vitality win, but Noxian Red Force, they
Finals कब है?
and
14,
instantly
15
shut it
and
down.
16।
and it was going to be a hard push for Vitality.
मजदूरी मत करना
They've been
please।
able to
यार
make
महंगा
that
तो पड़ेगा ना,
push
ऐसा
was
मत करो।
perfect to see. Now going back to Godlike,
मेरा हमारे में भी ड्रॉप पड़ेगा।
I was talking about with OG is that I wanted to see aggressiveness. Here with Godlike, I don't want to see unnecessary aggressiveness out of their squad, and I'm talking about those hot drops. You don't need to do those hot drops. Right now, you started off hot in Rondo. They have slowed down in a way that they're just having to do.
इसके बाद इतने ऐसा yes मेरी जान। मनीष भाई तक तो
Carry those points.
Look, before this game, I said, I'm going to cut them some slack. We need a more normal game from them before I really judge them too harshly, right? Because bad zones are they're just horrific. And we had a normal zone-ish. Wait, no, we didn't have a normal zone. But we didn't
Military
even get to
zone
get to the non-normal zone because they were
भाई टाइम अपना एमपी ड्रीम था ग्लोबल खेलने का, अपने तो नसीब में नहीं हो रहा, पर जो भी अपनी कंट्री को रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं उसको पूरा सपोर्ट। 30 पॉइंट इज इनकमिंग।
On your solo camera shot.
ये इसके लिए डब्ल्यू कर रहे हैं, हाई पे सिग्नल के लिए डब्ल्यू मेरी जान।
Yeah, so
शिट
it's happening on a wrangle. They're hot dropping the entire day, basically.
That's so true. You're so right. Actually, and I'm not here for it. Stop pop dropping. Play normally.
हम जल्दी कर दो, मैच चालू हो
Stop
गया।
it.
पक्का?
I
Don't be silly.
believe in them too. You know what? Let's all get into it cozy here. Let's get over. How do we feel about hot drops?
कौन को
I freaking love it.
I think it's
हाँ
fantastic. I think
कहाँ जा रहा है ये
it's the 6th games you've got to make and do these plays, but you've got another 6 tomorrow to sort of calculate and figure it out. Hot drop. Go crazy.
What if it's a hot drop with Vitality?
What tell he gonna get you? I don't know. Maybe don't do that.
चिकन लोडिंग है तो इंडिया मत भाई लगेगा 50।
Guys, don't
उनसे करना चाहिए भाई।
Please drop right now. They're playing great.
Just please, honestly, Godlike, stop hot dropping. You're a team that has the potential to make it to the finals, just like OG
that's
was
a
able to
compliment.
do as well. So please make sure you keep doing that.
I feel like-
we're at the halfway point here.
I feel like अगर मैं गॉडलाइक की सिचुएशन देखो अभी, they won't fall back. They have chance भाई। अगर उनको वापस गन फाइट लेना, they can take the gun fight. अगर आज का दिन पूरा गन फाइट्स वगैरह ड्रॉप फाइट्स की वजह से थोड़ा चोक होता है, कल के दिन they have to go for the secondary drop. मतलब आज एक्सपेरिमेंट नहीं बोलूंगा, आज अपने चांसेस ले सकते हो। एक मैच ड्रॉप फाइट से खराब हुआ, उनके पास अभी भी और 2 मैच रिस्क लेने का चांस है। मतलब वो चांस ले सकते हैं ब्रो, है, कर लेगी, मैचेस है, ऐसा नहीं है कि मैचेस नहीं है वो लोग नहीं कर सकते। तो जिस हिसाब से टीम है यार, कर लेगी मेरे हिसाब से भाई। अभी इतना जल्दी ड्रॉप क्लास से बैक ऑफ नहीं होना चाहिए. They can genuinely take that drop fight. They have chances. करना चाहिए मेरे हिसाब से अभी. एकदम से फॉल बैक नहीं. करके ट्राई ले सकते. एक दो मैच और ट्राई ले सकते. ऐसा कुछ नहीं.
Champion. Wow. I never knew that. That's some crazy insight into this game. And
तुम लोग का क्या कहना
if
है?
you're at home, if you're watching, and you want to
तुम
find
लोग
out
का क्या
what it
कहना
takes
है?
to win.
अगर आज ड्रॉप फाइट की वजह से बहुत ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम होगी तो कल 6 के 6 मैच में एक भी ड्रॉप फाइट नहीं लेना चाहिए. बट अगर आज के मैचेस में ड्रॉप फाइट लेके बेटर जाता है
Baby, let's get it going.
जैसा चल रहा है चलने दो.
In Paris, France.
है ना?
Man, I thought Group A was crazy, but Group B is not messing
तुम लोग का
around.
क्या कहना है?
Jukes here with John Allen. Bro, are you kidding
Should
me?
they
What's
go
going
for
on
the drop
today?
fight? अभी chances है.
A start to the day and then vitality.
कौन फाइट मिलेंगे बहुत करीब है भाई.
Those games.
लाइक सब्सक्राइब मार दे रहा हूं.
Every single time, always ending up in that late game. And
मौसम भाई हम PMPL वगैरह खेले, PMWC नहीं खेले
And
कभी.
they're pushing past those boundaries, Dukes.
Man, those boundaries are long gone. We saw, in my
Filipino
opinion,
peso
the
है. Thank you for the
best
50 मेरी जान.
start in a tournament.
Love you from
in
Jammu Kashmir को legit BGMI के आर्टिस्ट. अरे भाई ये सब नहीं bro, ब्रेड भाई ये सब यहाँ पे नहीं.
Got
Dragon
some
100.
teams actually competing with themselves.
चलना मीनू पावर सोमे.
This first half has been nuts.
चल मानिया
Even more
लड़कों.
craziness as we get
गणपति अप्पा मोरिया, let's go.
There
Drop fight लेनी
is
चाहिए.
so
Let's see.
much still left to go. If you can even imagine it, right? That is so crazy that we've had such
चलो गणपति अप्पा मोरिया हो जाए चैट में जितने भी लोग देखे make sure you like and
plenty
subscribe.
more matches left. This is the last Erangel.
गणपति बप्पा मोरिया चैट में
There's
please.
a Miramar later as well. The desert awaits, but we have to get through the last of the grassy pastures first in order to get there. We haven't earned that right just yet. Neither have our players, but they are getting loaded and lobbied up. As we
Tekken final भी है आज कोई फेवरेट है. मैं Tekken यार
it is
follow नहीं
time
करता.
once more to see
ये तो
if
2 euros.
Vitality can reach that late game.
Let's go.
Let's see if they're going to be able to
Tuno
do
movie
it.
करो.
Final air gale, like you mentioned, this is that place to put up some serious points. We finally saw Nongshim Red Force get their chicken dinner. They were at the down on the bottom of the leaderboards going into that match. But
शिवम भाई मैं तो जोश में हूँ bro. फिर को क्या हुआ? भाई क्या बात कर रहे हो?
to get it. Where?
Thank you for the 200 भाई. 2.5 million loading zero. Thank you Raman भाई. Thank you for the $14 million.
Gale here.
Remember BMPS final सीधा by the way, yes big fan. पहले दिन हाँ.
Start right.
अरे मेरी जान क्या याद दिलाया बे? अरे फिर से याद दिला तो godlike BMPS के पहले दिन में bottom पे थी. They ended up being the champion boys. Let's go. This team has the potential.
Dramas here.
गणपति बप्पा मोरिया, let's go. Flag.
Nongshim Red Force
India Flags
up
chat में
chicken dinner
spam मार रहा है.
way to 5th place.
Oh, proper gunfight है.
20 points right
पूरा
now.
drop.
Just goes
एकदम
to show you
750
early doors.
मीटर पे jump करने वाला है.
Shot if you can keep it
Perfect
going.
glide है.
Hustler crew, let's pick up
चलो.
the pace, you know?
गणपति बप्पा मोरिया, इंडिया के flags
Absolutely.
chat में आने दो.
You know what I mean? Hey, we saw Nongshim before that last game. They had what, 6 points?
Shut up,
Now
I'm right.
see them, like you mentioned, in 5th place in just one single game. So when it comes to Hustler Crew, they can definitely get it going here. We can see the top players there on that bottom left side with Axel with 14 eliminations.
गणपति लेने पर.
Bits for the rosters right now. Vitality
Bro,
Arena
गणपति लेने पर.
going to be slathered all over these top player cards. I'm guaranteeing it for you now.
Damn, गणपति लेने पर.
To do. They are looking very, very good. Arena,
Whoa!
a little bit less legs into those later games. I think it's
Break में चीजें change
They've
हुई हैं.
done so much and ought to keep in pace. I mean, in any other sort of day, that
ब्रेक
41
में
point
चीजें change हुई हैं.
pretty immense, right? After the first couple of matches.
Oh my
अरे यार ये तो
Let's
यार.
do it to them again. You know? Let's send the circle down south.
यार ये military नहीं जाना चाहिए यार.
Yeah, we didn't get enough military.
What is going on today? These circles have been absolutely insane. And you're right, we're back
यार.
down south once again. You got
Military नहीं जाना
Vitality down
चाहिए.
there.
वापस zone- same
it's
zone में
wild
दिखता
to
है.
think that we saw a 39 point
है ना?
in one match, and we actually have a team title. Like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, since then, what is that? 12 points they've earned in the next 2 games, which is pretty good, right? That's pretty good. That's like a middle table performance, right?
क्या लग रहा है military जाएगा?
On 12
बकवास हो रहा है. रुको
points.
एक second.
So yeah, they've still done pretty well, but Vitality's
हाँ, net आ गया है.
consistency for me is really
Net आ गया है.
and given this circle, Vitality are in such a good
Guys, मेरे को net change करना पड़ेगा. थोड़ा net आ गया है.
if it does
Buffer
go
होगा, ठीक है?
south, because they do need to keep themselves nice and cool, calm, collected.
pick up all
Buffer
that
होना
good
net change
stuff
करना
in game.
रिफ्रेश कर लो नेक्स्ट चेंज कर लिया मैंने अब नहीं होगा
Of any team is from the NA team, of course.
Out of all the things that could have got put on stream.
थोड़ा एक नेट प्रॉब्लम दिया बैकअप नेट है मेरे को अच्छा चल रहा है
Catch.
You know what? It was
जिनका भी बफर हुआ एक बार रिफ्रेश करके आ जाओ
Fatality.
no.
Oh, if only you had a vehicle.
रिफ्रेश करके आ जाओ ठीक है ऑन गुड
At this level, one single. Oh, but Todd with a pan.
You got a pan knock. I think that was a thrown pan knock.
कान फेंक के हेडशॉट से नॉक किया
Yeah, but they are starting to bleed. The Wolves will struggle here. Imagine the race is going to get back up.
Yeah, now you got Necessary all by his
Fan
lonesome.
fake के मारा
Pull off some plays there. Oh my gosh, switching in that buggy. Necessary is done. And the Wolves are
वो रिप्ले चाहिए मेरे को
destroyed. This is what I'm talking about. One tiny mistake, a domino effect into a straight disaster.
Imagine being an NA team right now, man. Oh, that would suck so much. Wow.
Look at his face.
Hey, he's got,
Look at his
vehicle.
face.
They found another. Oh, okay. I think. Wait, no. I'm wondering if Vitality found the flip turn vehicle, the beetled vehicle, and if they've pinched it back, that would be brilliant.
This is what I mean, and the good thing is that Vitality is that they are. This is their job.
From Gujarat we can and I'm
So
talking
high on the
about
leaderboard.
I'm taking time out of my busy schedule just because your commentary and analysis make it more interesting.
You feel like
Guru Sagar have not means a lot guys
no way.
Oh my! On a moving buggy.
And Shady! Grand shot to the face. Are you kidding me? That was insane. If his team would have survived, I mean, still, that's going on the highlight reel for sure.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. That's that. Okay, they get some aura points back for that.
Yeah,
With
you're
the
right.
flip vehicle, you know, if you're getting a ranged pan headshot,
That was cool.
you break your brains and scrambling like eggs. You know, that's fair enough. To play like that, you can have that one back.
Yep, yeah, officially it's even. Aura balanced. Let's take a look at Vitality though. Still looking for work. Oh, look at that though. There's the Lupa, nice knock on the reset. Can he get this next one? He does it.
अब कर दिया कोई सब नहीं करता
So lucky either will be taking 2 knocks their way. Looks like
Vitality भाई इतना aggressive है
the back of Axel's holding.
हर जगह fight ले रही है
You need to send in for that recall as well. Ooh, it's having the hovercraft rolling up.
हर जगह fight ले रही है Vitality
Yeah, you can see
चार
Axel
kill ले
getting
लिए
first really quickly here.
Yeah, Vitality थोड़ी aggressive नहीं है
Is getting beat up. Still surviving for the time being, but now it's on fire.
इनको भी मार के ना तो
He's got the UMP in
7
hand.
kill
He has to
होंगे
make a crazy play, but that nade hurt way too much. It's all up to Matika.
3 players for Vitality. They should be able to hold this one down. The question is, how much time is this going to take, right? Because all the while,
already
teams
they have
starting to
4 kills.
migrate south.
इनको मार देंगे,
They're
7
moving in
kill, 8
towards
kill
those
हो
bridge
जाएंगे।
locations. Vitality
Power
takes
मारा।
time in terms of their ability to set up across these hills.
चल पावर मार में क्या बात है इसके आगे अपनी डब्ल्यू कर दो चैट में वन साइड है
Of course, have taken advantage of this. Now on the north
पूरा और
side,
अपनी फाइट होगी
and in comes Ida as well across the bridge.
You're correct. One thing about Vitality, though, is they do have the ability to get straight to the finals in like 4 matches. That is one thing that is definitely happening, though, with how crazy they're playing here. I don't even know if this is PMWC or if this is a classic at this point, because Vitality are just running over everybody. Matika's trying to make something happen. It's actually from across with the AK.
1v2
Ida.
थर्ड पार्टी आ गया
in with
ईडा का थर्ड पार्टी आ गया
This is the bridge crossing team. They
1v1.
forward to Vitality, starting to drop now. There's a plus
1v1
away. A second, and they are cut down to 1. All of a sudden, this bridge crossing is going to come back. It's going to punish them, and Axel still
भी 6 किल ले लिया ऑलरेडी
he remains.
He's going to go for the res here, and it looks like he might be able to get it. But yeah, they took a long time on this fight, and the longer they waited,
ईडा के मजे लेना
their
चाहिए
parties are
ईडा के अंदर कीड़े तो है
in the mix. So this is bad
सॉरी भाई ईडा भाई
for both of these teams. Don't
थर्ड पार्टी कर रही कोई दिक्कत नहीं भाई
Vitality, I mean, that's 6 eliminations and high on the leaderboard. I mean, that's still not a bad game, but you're right. If they would have just made a few different plays, we could have seen a crazy, crazy match from them again.
They had a big opportunity here to take control of the hills. Go for the fight with Dopeness. I think that it lasted a lot longer than expected, which is why we're seeing this sort of thing unfold. They got stuck in. It is unfortunate for Vitality, but going for the fight in the first place, maybe not a terrible idea. As you said there, though, Jukes, it's the sticking around to bite them because the bridge is just so open.
You're going to be hauling into Millie now. You're going to see Aura having one heck of a tournament. No fear. Going to have to make a play here. Gets Envino. Oh, don't hit that shot. Shots. They are out of this one. Up on the northeast side, there is res here. It's stage 1, blue zone, about to hit stage 2, and there's
that's the confidence.
On the road. Circle. It pushes you up to the north. Technically still has the ability to mainland.
This is so different. You guys can see it there in the top right. This circle, just so much water in between them, and that zone. Axel trying to put some more eliminations for his team. He's got the DBS. Speaker's gonna have to reload. He's got the pump shotgun.
Confidently लेने गए 1v1. 50 HP में भी.
He's gonna do the jump out. Let's see. Try to make some moves, find those angles.
Reload on the AUG now. Got 10 rounds. It should be enough. He goes for it. He's got the HP advantage. Doesn't even need to sweat it. He will get back to his feet, but down on 2. The circle pushing out to the east. They do need to. They are on 58 points already. 7 points earned this match. As you said, result. All the way up by Rozhok Bridge as we hop on over to Etch as they try and hold it underneath. Looks like they're doing pretty well against GS.
He's got that.
Make sure you like and subscribe. 200k likes.
The pin scaring him off. Okay, and this is way too long in the blue zone. But the fact that the zone did go up north, it does buy them a little time. They don't have to really panic all the way down to military base. But regardless, a big game here. I mean, especially for 7-1 GS. Down a player, only 7 points. This is just rough for them.
Very, very difficult stuff. And hustling through everyone towards is going to Red Force in Noxian Red Force getting across the military island early on the northern side of it. I think
अच्छी बात ये है पब्लिक को ना अभी लूट अपनी एकदम सेक्सी लेवल पे लूट रहेगी होरा की सारी यूटिलिटी मिली एमो ये वो सबको दुनिया भर का अपने पे लूट बहुत प्यारी रहेगी अभी
across and they can farm up players trying to go for a swim. Let's hop back on board with the fight on our screens though. There's 7-2-1 GS lost a player. We saw that on the crossing and Etch trying to keep them there, but there is a knockback over to Fajita.
Yeah, you see Speed holding that angle on the backside. He's getting his team at this point. There ain't nobody in that direction. But we see the MG3s in play. Masco's got that S12K. That's the gun you want, though, in that CQC close quarters combat.
1v4 होने वाला था भाई जो भी मीनो ने बचाया ना ब्रो
all the way over by Rozhok.
अच्छा हमारा वो नो फियर ने नो डाउट बट मीनो है भाई अपना यार
Now we're starting to see
50 तक ने आगे मार किया 1v1 था गाड़ी स्विच करके दिया कि नहीं सीट स्विच करके
knock.
Oh, Alico should completely see NASA there. Going for the
दोनों में पावर दोनों का निकाला
placed. They felt like they should have known there was a player here. And that's going to be a big opener for them, but in the close quarters, that SK-12 is going to dominate. And the S721 GS will be able to clean out partially.
लोगों के ब्रिज के साइड वाला एरिया पानी के साइड वाला जो रहता ना
bleeding shortly. No one having they're losing players left and right. And
वहाँ पे S2G बैठी है रे
I don't think these two are going to
यार अब लड़ाई है पब्लिक
Yeah, I mean, this is a kind of
लड़ाई है लड़ना ही है
I wouldn't
4 किल और आगे ना एक टीम को मार देंगे ना
that zone was deep
मजा आ जाएगा भाई
because it's like our chances of getting down there
भाई vitality 2 मन रह के भी मार रही
points, but considering where that circle is, I think they could have just avoided this fight and fought late game. But regardless, that's the decision they made, and that's the one they went with. Let's take a look at the 7 are going to be going on the other side of the bridge. The next zone did head a little bit heavier into military, and for the time being, it does look like
वो ब्रिज के पास, but SUG बैठी है वहाँ पे.
Alpha 7 looking to scout the bridge on the western side right now. Moving up onto the high ground near the White House. We'll be able to see if anyone's holding that bridge, which is definitely very possible. Maybe stop off for a little picnic while you're there. Why not? Have a little bit of downtime, but you can't be sleeping too long because you do still need to get forward towards this circle.
You got to get moving, that's for sure. Let's take a look at their utility. Carrillo's got a UMP, vest, a couple first aids. That's going to help him out here. It is still pretty early. Stage 3, you could definitely afford to eat a little bit of that blue zone. And considering where the circle went, this is not a bad play. Alpha 7. Not at all. They're in 4th place right now with 25 points. This is really good to see for them, considering that they haven't hit a final all year long yet. So let's see what they can do.
Yeah, the one final there's been. They haven't hit it, but they hit it. They didn't hit it in a very dramatic fashion. I think that's kind of more the point, right? They went down in lobby, which was on nobody's bingo card, right? Regain a little bit of confidence moving here would be brilliant. Obviously, a top 5 is what they're shooting for. Was what they should be aiming for, right? But even getting through survival stage, I think for them would be a little bit of reassurance. Depends how heavy the ego sits, right? Yeah. If they're like top 5 or nothing, then fine, sure. It's a competitive spirit, I'll give them that, but you know, even survival is better than what they did before, and improvement is the name of the game.
That's what it's all about. And when it comes to Alpha 7, you know, there's an old saying in the boxing world, you know, as you get older, the speed slows down. I think that's Alpha 7. No matter what, they are so experienced, they're such a dominating team that these guys can get off the top and eliminate still some of the best players in the world, right? But getting to those end games, getting those placement points on top of those eliminations, that can be difficult because the tournaments they played in at the 18 games, 46 eliminations, only 12 placement points, which is insane for them. So they're already looking to beat that here, which is great. It's a good sign for them, and they got it. Next circle as it hardships on very, very lucky. Let's see if they can capitalize on it.
That's a pretty good Vitality duo, right? Up towards the north side, they've got Tianba as well as Nongshin Red Force up to their north. So nice. Of course, Vitalities, they're playing as 2, so they do need to figure out how they're going to try this round. You've got the project as well on that east side. Shot through. That is 721 GS going down as they did actually manage to get some of their players out of that engagement. Happy about it. S2G still camping the east bridge.
Yeah, on the western bridge. It looks like we're going to have Godlike coming in. There is still quite a few spots in this circle, so it is going to work for them. And yeah, but let's take a look here at this bridge camp. You got S2G there. Gatekeeping for the time being. All the way to the end here. Soulcake. Oh, he spots him. They have no idea he's there. When is he going to take that shot, though? He's going to wait till the last second.
Yeah, multiple angles on the shot, right? Especially when you're so close to hard cover. You know that you can attack 1 or 2. You lose that element of surprise, but Lost will not lose on that base. Look, Lost as well. Lost strafe not quite there, and is going to find some bullets sent back his way. And Hamzy has to step up to keep his teammates safe. But he got his 1-2G are down to 1. All of a sudden, the Hustler crew seem to have found an opening. No real third parties on this one. And Hamzy, I think he just has to get gone here.
Yeah, his whole team's going to be taken out.
Like and subscribe. 2 lakh log dekh rahe, make sure you like and subscribe.
Looking crazy as he's on the move here. They should definitely get these confirmations before they push, because it's going to be difficult to get across that zone. Instead, they just said, hey, you know what? Let it ride. We are sending it down this bridge. But for how long are they going to get across? When is he going to take these shots? Let's see.
I don't think he's going to have the angle right here. They're going to crash straight to the Galacticos instead. Starts to unload the clip, finds Loco, pulls him out, switching into the driver's seat's not quite enough, and Yangon Galacticos sent Hustler crew for 6.
And yeah, that's going to be them out of here. So 16 off start for them. Still Miramar left to go. We'll see if they can. This is one game here. Is this zone down in military base on the northeast side near the bridge? It's going to be a hill finish. There are quite a few little dips and valleys that teams can hide under and make some plays in. Here.
मान्या की रोटेशन के लिए W कर दो चैट में भाई.
Circle the pop, deciding just where
रोटेशन के लिए एक बार W कर दो चैट में.
During the middle of all that, Vitality getting eliminated, allowing TT Project to take a central position here, puts TT Project in the driving seat of these hills in terms of stopping control. There are high grounds around them that technically have more oversight things, but they are a
One voice, nice, good trade, good trade, good trade. कोई सीधी ट्रेड आया.
It's godlike.
W ट्रेड क्या अच्छा मेरे को लगा Thomas ना होगा, but Thomas 10
Will be next on the chopping block.
A7 का देख के, A7 का देख के. अरे किल ले लिया रे बैगन का मार दी.
Point away. Darkin does get flushed out, and now it's Alpha 7 still looking to try and handle it. Rebel, will he connect? No, they're not quite finding it, and that's damage being done. Disrupted. A good send them down. Alpha 7 standing.
और चलो कोई नहीं
No force against Godlike.
Always.
Somme, आखिरी बंदा
On
Somme.
the other angle here, trying to make some plays.
एडमिनो मार दे
in the open.
एडमिनो उसको मार दे एडमिनो मार दे 3 किल
He's going to go ahead and heal up, wait for his teammate.
वो रिप्ले पावर का दिखा दो कोई मार खत्म भाई.
Alpha 7 didn't know what hit him. Now from the west side, Godlike are going to look to push across. TT
भाई
Project.
मेरे को रिप्ले दिखा दो पावर का.
Blood was drawn.
एडमिनो गाड़ी लेके गया स्विच मारा पीछे से पावर का बैकअप आया दो पट.
A consistent, a sustained hold here. They're now regrouping out to the west. And they're
ईडा का किल चोरी कर लिया अपना.
just coming from now.
A7 को स्वीप दिया स्वीप.
Yeah, Godlike fans right behind us going crazy on that
A7 को
fight. They like to see
clean
that. Alpha
sweep
7
दिया है.
fans not too happy on that one, but they're still sitting in fourth place for now. We'll see.
क्लीन स्वीप A7 को.
Where's the Vuvuzela? What's going on?
कहाँ गया रे बुल्ले एरोगेंस बोल रहा था ना किधर गया.
That's for
सुपर
sure.
चेक करके गॉडलाइक में एरोगेंस से प्लेयर्स में किधर गया बुल्ले.
We got this match to look at. We got Tian.
बैगन के बाल खाली चैट में कीबोर्ड पे लिखने आता तुम लोगों को.
Well played so far. Haven't had
दो
that
गेम
crazy
खराब जाते
pop-off
पूरा
game.
होप खो देते हो टीम से.
It is only a matter of time. QZZ is an absolute
देख कैसा मारे A7 को. देख एक बार रिप्ले देख.
best players on the
पीछे
planet.
करके एक्सट्रीम देख कैसा मारे.
Chinese superstar. When is he going to
Confidence देख मार के किरकिरी.
time?
पावर देख 4 किल पे एमवीपी में देख.
I'm still waiting.
Let's see it.
एडमिनो भी देख.
You know, you got some real big boots to fill when it comes to Chinese superstars, right? Paraboy obviously is the forefront, the paramount of the Chinese superstar
We got to
style.
see him. We got to see him recently at PMMR.
Yeah, that's true.
That was fun.
Yeah. I mean,
Come on boys, एक गुड गेम में कन्वर्ट करना है. बोनस लेना है. बोनस.
I didn't say it, but
बोनस गेम है. लेट्स गो. प्यारी रोटेशन कराई है मान्या ने. मारो लड़को.
Show match for those guys that missed it.
7 किल W एक किल चोरी कर लिया वो ईडा का बैगन का और टीटी वाला.
The squad compete once again. Now they did end up having to go
एक किल जो तू चोरी करा उसके तेरे 4 बंदे मरेंगे बैगन के बाद टीटी.
and that was pretty dang tough considering that these guys are the modern monsters of these days. But still, it's good to see the OGs of old still going at it here.
लाइक कर चैट जितने लोग इलेक्शन लाइक कर सकते हैं. गणपति अप्पा मोरिया. लेट्स गो.
Previous champs, right?
अच्छा गेम निकालना है. अच्छा गेम निकालना है.
They're in 9th place so far. 2 eliminations at this game. They had the bottom right
पूरे B90 चला रहा बाप रे.
to themselves so far. Let's see where this next zone goes. If it does go and head on over to them, they could be in a good position to win this one.
big opportunity. I mean, it is TT Project really who can decide a lot of the pace depending on where they put pressure in this circle. They are playing now with great
जोन इंपॉर्टेंट है ना ये वाला जो बनेगा
great position.
30 सेकंड में अपनी तरफ थोड़ा फेवर दे देना
They
मजा आ
have
जाएगा रे.
flexibility to try and third party basically any engagement that comes through, which makes it so dangerous for all of these teams to
मारने आप टीटी वालों को मार.
I feel like stay for a little bit longer. Allow E-Arena and Godlike to clash. Allow Nongshim Red Force.
अपने राइट पे कौन है ये?
Maybe you try and be the opposing of that third party.
That's a great plan. Honestly, wait for that.
आराम से पावर फाइट है.
The mix of it. TT Project, though. They're coming up with God like Advito, driving right into the mix of this.
नाइस मान्या.
But this is not getting shut down
ये
from
क्या
side to
खेल
side.
रहे हो यार? माय गॉड.
No matter. It's Godlike Esports running over TT Project.
Yo, it's Godlike like that, but unfortunately, E-Arena heard all of it. They put too much on the table. In the center, and E-Arena pounced. Yango Galactical party, but now teams are going to diverge. Playing on with two, they could still extract value.
This is what I like to see, though. If you're going to make a crazy push like that, you got to do it full send, full attack, and do not waste time. They were able to take out TT Project pretty quick.
So many.
At least 2 players up from them.
Manya,
They
so
got
many mara
a good amount of eliminations in this game.
Manya,
My goodness! Manya, take it out! Godlike is on a run right now.
2v2 now between the arena and Godlike. Yangon Galacticos now moving Smile in to try and have the numbers advantage. Nongshan Red Force are taking shots from across the way, from across that road on the northeast
Zone के बाहर है ये zone में आना but YG आ रही है 4 man.
Happy to be out of it.
Problem ये कि YG 4 man आ रही है.
Chaotic on that south edge.
अगर YG नहीं रहती ना 2v2 अपना निकल जाता.
You can see, yeah, young Galacticos are starting to push into the circle. The fight has
YG थोड़ा बीटी रही.
You don't have that easy opportunity to go for a third party.
ईडा जो है ना 2 man zone के अंदर compound में.
You can see St. Cloud
Tower पे है compound में कहाँ तो है
right there. Got that
अपन zone में दोनों regroup करके साथ में खेल रहे हैं.
Yeah. Once you saw him in that buggy, he's like, I think I need to save this nade for now.
I mean, Mormon with the timing on the reverse there, looking pretty good. He saw the player duck back behind the headland. Knew that a nade was probably being pulled, then was the time to go. Rotating around, opening a lot of angles over towards the northeast. Potential for Nongshan Red Force to crack.
यार अपन पेड़ के cover में है बस.
Could be bad, but safe for now. Godlike could be going do-si-do.
YG की थोड़ी casualty सही है अपने को.
Spinning around. Mania has a little bit of trouble.
और ये वाला बंदा मारा.
Spots him, and it's a flush, leaving just
कोई नहीं.
one player now for Godlike.
जगह अच्छी नहीं थी ना.
Got deep into this game, Duke. 6 teams remaining.
मैं pray कर रहा हूँ दिल से कि ये के बंदे YG को मारे.
This is a big match.
ये 2 man है.
Already.
एडमिनों के लिए थोड़ा
Huge match for the side of
फायदा होगा कि YG के जितनी casualty होगी ना उतना अपने लिए better होगा. नहीं यार.
Joker getting taken out as Young Galacticos are now like, hey, you know what? It's time for us to get some eliminations. They are controlling that south side. They're still outside the circle.
YG अगर अपने पे या तो ये मारो top 5 आ जाएंगे पर placement कौन मिलेगा?
And now Nongshan Red Force
Placement कौन मिलेगा?
move around. Yango Galacticos have fully committed to this angle, and if they can get rid of the
Sorry भाई.
stragglers, maybe it's going to work out for them here. But Nongshan Red Force, in the meantime, have established a chokehold on the rest of the circle.
Yeah, Smile forced to jump out of his
Top 5 आ गए.
It's Mormon gone.
Top 5 आ गए.
That's now the top
Let's go.
point sponges in this lobby.
Gordon के पास.
This is a huge opportunity for teams in that mid pack.
Cover
to
में
try
एडमिनो.
and catch
NS
up to
नीचे है.
Tianba there, right?
ईडा सामने है.
Pop off.
अरे एडमिनो को पड़ी है. एडमिनो spot हो गया रे.
They have their whole squad.
आराम से एडमिनो यार.
Let's see what they could do. But like you mentioned, look at that. Our
But top 5 आ गए. 10-11 kill के साथ W में.
force. They are spread
Out
out
हो गया रे लड़का.
controlling this circle.
I love it. I mean,
जा रहे उधर ही जा रहे.
high ground position out across the way.
कोई नहीं. Top 5 W 11 kill. 10-11 kill के साथ.
Unfortunately, he's going to have to move here, as is TZ on that
W
one.
करो side में one sided.
To send forward, Yangon Galacticos finally.
One sided W करो.
For Godlike, but
One sided W करो. One sided.
they've done this game. They are being brutally efficient on those
Gun
fights.
power, baby.
19 eliminations.
Wow.
That's all but 4 of their points right now.
Monster game for them and a huge bounce back. Let's see what Young Galacticos can do though.
TT मारी, होरा मारा, A7 मारी, एक ही गेम में. जिस तरीके से मारी है ना, रिप्ले करके दिखाऊंगा तुम्हारा दिमाग खराब हो जाएगा भाई. मार के ऐसा इंटरनेशनल लेवल का जो गन पावर देखते हैं ना अपन, वो लेवल है यार. इनकी गन पावर में भाई कैसे फाइट देते हैं पागलों की तरह सांड है जैसे. गैंगस्टर है मां की.
Where this end game is gonna happen.
Super fucking ground.
Corralled now onto the south side. This is what I was worried about, that overcommitment potential to that southwest edge, but they do still have quite a bit of ground to play.
ऐसा गाड़ियां आके मार के चले गए.
An absolute monster. This guy is only 18 years old, and he is one of the best PUBG Mobile players in the world. One of Maxman's favorites.
मजा आ गया bro. दिल खुश हो गया भाई.
And let's see what he can do here
W करो चैट.
with that P90 and
One-sided W.
squad wiper. He's going to need it though, because there are some monsters in this lobby.
बहुत जोर से टेबल को मारा मैंने, हिल गया है पूरा.
Galacticos, you got Tianba, who
ऐसा मारूंगा तो भाई
should
शटर गिर
have
जाएगा.
won PMMI, but it was Yongshan Red Force at the last second to smash and take that tournament away from them. So let's see who's just going to win this one. Rita, oh yeah, and there's Rita all by itself in the shack saying, please guys, leave me alone.
All by myself. Don't want to be Rita all by himself.
Don't want to be
right
in that
now.
shack, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
11 kill थे 10 kill थे 11 kill थे ना.
Especially with Nongshan Red Force.
11 kill top 5.
I mean, you're right. Hyunbin, one of the most successful breakout performers.
14 point है ना.
Brilliant rookie performance.
मान्या के गुंडे अरे सही में गुंडे अपने लड़के तंगे तो $7 Canadian.
That resume, that CV to become that veteran standard player.
A7 की फाइट में पावर.
Moving up towards
TT की फाइट में 100 में.
looks good, but only
होरा की फाइट में एडमिनो.
getting descended upon.
TT की फाइट में मान्या यहाँ चारों खेले में मजा आ गया।
Why Zeke, sorry, XZY
मजा आ गया।
will look to try and challenge and doesn't quite get the full gut shot there as Rita getting chipped away.
P90 Yubin को दोगे भाई
To do it, of course.
That's the gun. I'm telling you, that's the weapon you want here in the end game. How about some nades though? Is that is going to
इसमें हमने
be
2 किल चोरी हुए।
big bell to
नहीं चोरी नहीं हुई थी, को तो बाद में अपन नहीं मारा था।
Smile getting knocked there.
नहीं एक किल ईडा का किल चोरी हुआ था।
They're going to probably throw all the utility they have to try and take.
ईडा का किल चोरी हुआ था यार।
So well orchestrated by Nongshim Red Force throughout all of this. They have taken so much ground. They've stopped movements. Tianba being
NS का वापस चिकन लग रहा पब्लिक में।
count. Yangon Galacticos, they are now
Back to back chicken break. NS का
Nongshim Red Force out of the blue zone. They
दो
are
किल चोरी हुए।
getting pushed by it. And I
Blind minus back TNCD and TSM entity का याद आ गया। चिकन डिनर will be good for today।
From Nongshim Red
सयान भाई देखो तो नेट
control, and these two teams are fighting each other, like you mentioned.
भाई बस फ्री करो ऐसे मैच जाएगा आने वाले और
Here it goes, so easy, and it's feeling like that for them.
That is like a WDR.
Blue zone
That
on
might
their
like a 40.
side, it's how many eliminations can Nongshim Red Force get?
Yangon Galacticos trying their best to stay alive.
मजे दिला दिया भाई,
Now,
मजे दिला।
Tianba
रिप्ले
still have a chance here, but Eagle
मेरे को
is going
रिप्ले
to
देखना है।
step straight
तीनों
to the
फाइट का
firing
रिप्ले
line
देखना
of the backstop Nongshim Red Force position.
हो गया पानी
Say Cloud tried to stay alive, but TZ's just making it so hard, and they are really, really going to find it difficult to get out of this divot. Has the hovercraft as well. The fade away with the nade.
NS को दे नहीं रहे।
And now Yangon Galacticos only playing as one. Say Cloud spotted out, but has to back off.
Back
with volley of
अभी
fire.
से शुरुआत है अभी ऐसे किल्स आ रहे हैं अभी मान्या को देखो ऐसे ऐसे जोन देगा मजा आ जाएगा कॉप बना देगा पूरी सार्थक भाई जो रोटेशन मारी है मान्या ने मजा आ गया
Gets flushed away.
Man, that just
जसना के वहां पे डिप में
crucial.
जसना के अपार्ट के ऑपोजिट वहां पे डिप में पूरा को मारा था वहां से मिलिट्री जोन दिलाया उसने
and having this hovercraft right
वहां से मिलिट्री जोन दिलाया उसने पूरा बेंच क्रॉस करवा दिया
This is the final circle here, folks. This zone's going to go down to
परफेक्ट टाइम पे लेट रोटेशन करवाया बहुत प्यारा था
have the dead center spot, and Hyunbin gets a Molotov onto the side of Tianba. These guys are completely trapped.
Yeah, Yangon Galacticos finally going down. Tianba starting to bleed on the low ground too.
Like chat जितने भी लोग देख रहे हैं, make sure you like and subscribe. We are very close to 2.5 million by the way.
TZ has been so operative, so commanding in these off angles over the course of these last circles, and he's looking to open another can of Warpass.
And
निकाल ली रे यूबिन ने
what's happening? Because you got another can of Hyunbin.
यानबा का 4v4 सीएन बोल रहा है एनएच का 4v4 बीट नहीं कर सकते
It's a back-to-back chicken.
वर्ल्ड चैंपियन टीम है वर्ल्ड चैंपियन टीम है स्मैश मार के जीते थे वर्ल्ड चैंपियन टीम है ब्रो कहां से इनको रोक सकते तुम 4v4 में तो इनको हराना बहुत मुश्किल है 4v4 में अपने को भी हराना मुश्किल है अगर तुम्हारा हम लोग नॉक कर दिए एक और सामने से 3 गाड़ियों में एक एडमिनो एक पावर एक 100 में एक मान्य आते हुए देखोगे घुमाते रहना मुंडी बस वहां की किरकिरी आ जाओ लियो रिप्ले देखता हूं रुको पहले ऑफिशियल रिप्ले का वेट करता हूं नहीं दिखाया तो अपन वापस स्ट्रीम पीछे करके देखते हैं
Just wait and see, right? And I think if you're listening to this, you have seen now because Nongshim Red Force 2 chick.
और वाकया तुमको तुम लोग समझ रहे हो कैसे मारा है तुम लोग समझ रहे हो कैसे मारा है डन करता हूं स्ट्रीम की बात करता हूं व्हाट्सएप करो मेरे को मैं करता हूं
To hold that bridge for them.
देखा मेरी आरसी का काम इसको इंडिया फैन थैंक यू टू 200
Not that it was a bad match in terms of point scoring for Vitality,
Yeah.
but still, maybe a lost opportunity.
I think it would be way more
Crazy मारा रे मजा आ गया
if they didn't have such an insane amount of points
क्रेजी मारा
that they are like all the way at the top of the leaderboards. I'll give them a little.
आओ जरा पीछे करके देखते थोड़ा हिंदी पीओवी में दिखा क्या हिंदी पीओवी में दिखा है क्या मान्या ने ओपनिंग निकाली टीटी के बंदे को और एडमिनो है ना मेरे हिसाब से जब ये ओपनिंग निकाला ना मान्या बाकी 2 बंदे ना दूसरी तरफ से
ये
तुरंत आए रे रुको मेरे को देखो
फिर भी मुश्किल होगा बट मानने ऑन द रैंड टीटी
100 में ये से पूरा इंडल था 100 में ये से लो हुआ बट जो माने ने कॉल दी कि माँ के इन पे चढ़ो,
प्रोजेक्ट के खिलाड़ियों के ऊपर ही शॉट लेने शुरू कर चुके हैं। पहला नॉक आ चुका है।
देखो बे वो लोग सौम्य एडविनो यहाँ बिजी थे, बट मानिया बोला माँ के यहाँ चढ़ो। स्पार पागलों की तरह सैंड जैसा घुस गया, देखो अकेले घुस गया माँ की गिरगिरी।
अभी इस नॉक को वो पॉइंट पे तब्दील कर पाएंगे या फिर नहीं, वो देखना होगा।
घुस गया अकेला पावर।
ऑपरेशन जाता हुआ ई अरीना के खिलाड़ियों के सामने से
पावर नॉक हुआ, चलती गाड़ी से गिरा है यहाँ पे, बट सौम्य ने दूर से जो एडीएस दिया है ना,
पावर नो, उनको नॉकआउट किया गया। देखिए प्रोजेक्ट
मान्या ने बहुत सारा मारा ऐसे।
बहुत ही अच्छी शुरुआत उनको मिलते हुए, पर टीम को
सौम्य ने भी मारा।
पूरा मौका है कि वो एफेक्ट
सौम्य ने मान्या ने 3 मारे क्या?
को डाउन करे और जीते।
नहीं, सौम्य ने चौथे को मारा। सौम्य ने चौथे को मारा, मान्या ने 2 मारे।
एलिमिनेशन ऑलरेडी टीम गॉडलाइक के
भाई
पास।
क्या प्यारा था यार,
इस पावर को गवा,
क्या प्यारा था यार ये फाइट, क्या प्यारी फाइट थी यार, मजा आ गया भाई, मजा आ गया। ये सब छोड़ो, A7 वाली फाइट देखो। A7 वाली फाइट का तो तुम लोगों को जितने भी इंस्टाग्राम पे इंडिया के अपनी जो एडिटर्स है, तुम लोगों को ये A7 वाली फाइट का स्केलेटन वाला एडिट बनाओ बे, डालो पूरे इंस्टाग्राम पे फाड़ दो मां क्या। अरे बंदे की रील में जाना चाहिए।
वो फाइट के ऊपर का पोजीशन है, ये हमेशा परेशान एंट्री
वो
शुरुआत तो देख डे 1 बट लाइक क्या वैसा कुछ
अपन पूरा ईडा से एंगेज थे, ईडा के एक बंदे को नॉक दिया, A7 आई थर्ड पार्टी करने
पर गॉड लाइक वर्सेस आईडीए, ये एक फाइट है जिसकी शुरुआत हो सकती है। सारे खिलाड़ी फिलहाल तो आपको गाड़ियों में नजर आते हैं।
ईडा का एक नॉक दिए,
वेट कर रहे हैं, वो अपॉर्चुनिटी
सौम्य ने गाड़ी से उतर के नॉक दिया, डब्ल्यू कर दो,
मिली भी। सौम्य उन्होंने खोला अपना खाता।
उसके बाद अब A7 आगे, सौम्य रीसेट नहीं हो पाया, सौम्य हील नहीं कर पाया, सौम्य को A7 और मारी, सौम्य 10 HP बचेगा, देखना।
और टारगेट को वहां पे किया गया डाउन,
1 HP बचा, डॉट 1 HP बचाओ, करीलो मार रहा था।
ये
प्रेशर बनाने के लिए अपने लड़के देखो सीधा कैसा गाड़ियां घुमा रहे मुंह पे।
बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट फ्रैग का जो उन्होंने सिक्योर किया है। इनिशियल फ्रैग उन्हें यहाँ पे मिल चुका है, जो कंफर्मेशन है वो उन्हें नहीं मिलेगा, वो फिनिश
अब माँ की किरकिरी भाई, एडमिनो सीधा चला गया, पावर कहां से आया मेरे को देखना है, पावर साथ में
जा चुका है।
एडमिनो सीधा नीचे से घुमाया गाड़ी, नहीं अच्छा पावर सबसे पहले घुमा के बेट आउट करा, फिर एडमिनो आया, फिर पावर घुमा के वापस आके नॉक दिया।
चीज बहुत ज्यादा
देखो पावर वहां रुक गया क्या,
दिक्कत देती है हमेशा। एंड सबके बीच में एक और खिलाड़ी जो कि
पावर घूम के ऊपर, अरे बहुत कष्ट हो
डाउन अल्फा 7 के ये
अरे भाई क्या बेट आउट करा रहे हैं, गाड़ियां घुमा घुमा के
प्लेयर्स इस सब फाइट के बीच में।
भाई वो गाड़ी घुमा घुमा के जो बेट आउट करवाया ना, गोल गोल घुमा दिया, इनकी पूरे चक्कर घुमा दिया।
दो खिलाड़ी नॉक है, पावर कमाल करते हुए ये खिलाड़ी, एक नहीं दो नहीं, तीसरा खिलाड़ी नॉक, अल्फा 7 उनके लिए दिक्कत है।
एडमिनो ने भी यहाँ से डैमेज दिया, फिर 100 में वहां से मार दिया,
गाड़ी से गिर के डाउन होते हुए एडमिनो, वो अभी भी वहां पे मौजूद। अल्फा 7 का ये खिलाड़ी
क्या चुम्मा है भाई, मजा आ गया, बहुत मजा आ गया भाई। भाई बाकी ये कॉन्फिडेंस देखो, तुम वो छोड़ो, तुम ये कॉन्फिडेंस देखो।
देखना पड़ेगा,
नॉक तो निकाला गया था नहीं,
माँ कसम आई वाज सुपर शॉक्ड। मैं इसमें तो बहुत ज्यादा सुपर शॉक्ड हूँ भाई, क्योंकि कैसा सीन है ना, पहली बात तो बंदा 1v4 सिचुएशन में, उसने 3 नॉक कर दिए। तो आप कोई भी टीम कितनी भी अच्छी रहने दो, जब आपको दिख रहा है कि एक 1v4 सिचुएशन है और वहां पे आपकी टीम के एक एक करके नॉक हो रहे बंदे, 3 बंदे एक ही बंदे से, तो जब चौथा बंदा जो बचता है ना, उस पर इतना प्रेशर होता है ना ब्रो, इतना प्रेशर होता है ना,
नॉकआउट हो।
वो प्रेशर में एडमिनो इतना काम कैसे खेला, हैट्स ऑफ यार भाई। तुम देखो
100 में तैयार, क्या
एडमिनो थोड़ा गाड़ी में रन ओवर कर रहा था, 100 में 1v1 देने चला गया, ये गलती कर दी है यार खेलो, ये भारी पड़ सकता था।
100 में उधर से निकाल पाएंगे, चीन नहीं।
एडमिनो की HP 50 HP है रे,
नो फियर अगेन,
50 HP में। अब प्रॉब्लम ये थी कि एडमिनो पे एक प्रेशर ये भी है कि अगर वो फाइट जल्दी नहीं लेगा तो ये नो फियर डब्बे डाल देगा बंदों के। एडमिनो रुक के हील नहीं करके सीधा कॉन्फिडेंटली
खिलाड़ी थे और एडमिनो ऑपोजिट साइड
गाड़ी लेके आया,
अकेले HP बहुत कम, गाड़ी लेके आना, बट बोनस शॉट एडमिनो, वो भी अकेले, HP बहुत कम।
ये तो हिंदी में बग हो गया, इंग्लिश में अपन दिखाते रहो। मतलब देखो यार,
Beer is gonna have to make a play here. Gets Edmino. Oh, Joel tries to hit that shot.
Oh, that confidence, bro, Chad, that confidence. वो 1v1 लेने का confidence. हाय चुम्मा रे।
But godlike shuts down.
चुम्मा यार। और मेरे को तो लगता है नो फियर भी एक्सपेक्ट नहीं करेगा कि भाई सीधा ही आ गया एकदम से।
The PMWC.
मजा आ गया भाई, मजा आ गया भाई पब्लिक यार, दिल खुश हो गया भाई। डब्ल्यू कर दो चैट, डब्ल्यू कर दो, जितने भी लोग देख रहे हैं एक साथ सारे डब्ल्यू कर दो, एक बार वन साइडेड डब्ल्यू कर दो। क्या खेले रहे लड़के, क्या गन पावर दिखाए रहे, मजा आ गया। क्या गन पावर दिखाए रहे कोहली, क्या ही गन पावर दिखाया है, मजा आ गया भाई।
Single time we do an event, you always try to get whatever exclusive skins are out in the game. But we got to talk about that.
player ने perform किया है गन
Red Force with the back two.
हर प्लेयर ने परफॉर्म किया है।
I love it. Can I just say that? Look,
Right.
I do like my one-word answers. Nice.
Congratulations for 2.5 million in advance. करा दो अपनी 700 तक और चाहिए
Red
बस।
Force, I really like what they did there on all of it, honestly. What I will say, the biggest point for me here, Max, maybe you'll agree with me, is that for me, when Yangon and Tiamba were finally going head-to-head there, rather than spreading up and around, which they did do eventually, but rather than waiting for that fight to finish,
1.5 million zone, thank you so much, and we'll be करा दो।
actually spread into zone a little bit, maintaining that control, getting that high ground, and their reward is 18 points on the board.
You know what? I'm going to steal your thunder right now.
Do it.
Nice! Oh, yes! What a nice one coming out from Long-Term Red Force.
11 kill baby।
Back-to-back chicken dinner, as we already said. Loving it from South Korea. I'm getting those D+ vibes right now. I'm getting Notable 2.0 vibes.
Who's in the chat?
What we're seeing so far, I'm really happy. But going on to the second slot here, Godlike. Interesting to see, right, Seven. No hot drop. How it can do for you in these games.
Exactly. Don't worry. We'll get a chance to talk about Godlike a little bit more. Tiamba. How about Tiamba? Tiamba with that great performance as well, putting up those numbers. Tiamba really hasn't been much. And also another team that I wanted to touch base on, Lace, is none other than Yangon Galacticos now having back-to-back good performances.
Top 5 in the last 2 games, but not too much to show for it. Then coming into this match, and as the PMWC Championships, they have finally picked up the phone to their goddamn wake-up call. Because I understand why this team had to take this long to get to this point. Now, we're obviously in this final zone. They didn't have the cover to sort of protect themselves from it. They had to just bide their time to make sure that they can get those placement points. But, I mean, it moves them from 15 to 6.
Yeah, it does end up moving them from 15 to 6 because of the sponge points. Something that we ended up seeing in there is in the top 5, there was none of the top 3 teams, so allow other teams. And you were talking about Godlike. Guess what, Godlike? This is what happens when you don't hot drop. This is exactly what I've been talking about. And we can look at the stats here as S-Power was able to get those 4
Let's go, baby!
Finally, just give it up. It's just not worth
Let's go, baby!
Happy behind us, they're not hot dropping. They're really hype about it. But no, good to see when you don't hot drop like that. 4 eliminations, 3, 2, 2. Especially
Some, what a save earlier. He got the entire team reset.
Let's go, baby!
Now, I just want to talk about Manya's decision to make the largest rotate over to the eastern, well, not
Let's
from
go.
the eastern side, the
Bhai,
western side.
2.5 million होने वाले हैं।
They were able to scout. There were 3
अरे
teams on
बाप
that
रे।
east bridge. They made their way
$5
around
million?
to the western side. They obviously moved their rotation into there.
Damn,
They were able to
bro,
obviously
that's
protect their
tough zone.
eliminations early on. But my God, they actually then took notice of IDA's
300 ball, let's go, 200 ball, 100 ball.
and quickly advanced and moved their rotation in. And then Alpha 7.
2.5 million, 25 lakh लोग
No, God,
हमारे भाई को सब्सक्राइब करके रखें।
we're able to defend them.
Thank you
And
so much.
Usually, we're going to say, there's a couple of
Love you all guys. Thank you so much. 2.5 लाख लोग मेरे को सब्सक्राइब करके रखे हुए। 2.5 लाख, 2.5 मिलियन, 25 लाख लोग, 25 लाख लोग मेरे को सब्सक्राइब करके रखे। मीन्स अ लॉट। 2.5 मिलियन हो गए। 3 मिलियन इस साल करने का पूरी जी जान लगा के गोल अपना रखे सो है इस साल 3 मिलियन करने का। And पहली बात तो always grateful and blessed. Thank you so much for choosing my watch parties. Thank you so much for supporting me, showing the love. And मजा आ गया। 2.5 मिलियन बहुत बड़ा नंबर होता है भाई, बहुत बड़ा नंबर होता है। थैंक यू so much। लास्ट 3 दिन की स्ट्रीम पे हमने हर स्ट्रीम पे 12,000 सब्स गेन किए। आज तीसरा दिन है। 36,000 सब्स इन 3 days इज इनसेन भाई। थैंक यू सो मच यार पब्लिक। मरफा फाइनल्स में भाई अपने टीम इंडिया के लिए, फाइनल्स में मरफा करेंगे अपनी टीम इंडिया के लिए बाबू। बस तुम देखो। बाकी जितने भी लोग देख रहे हैं, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर द लव एंड सपोर्ट। 2.5 मिलियन इज अ वेरी बिग नंबर गणपति बप्पा मोरया, and thank you so much for choosing my stream, guys. Means a lot. ऐसे full on पूरी पावर के साथ अपने पावर को मारते हुए देखेंगे और सपोर्ट करेंगे. ये तो कुछ क्रेज था. इसके बारे में कुछ बोलो.
God of the pen, Max.
फट से पैंट शॉट.
That's a
Love you all, guys. Thank you so much.
laugh at the place like that.
सब्सक्राइब करते रहो. ऐसा नहीं कि 2.5 मिलियन हो गए तो रुकना है. 3 मिलियन की तरफ बढ़ना है यार.
It hit me. You got
Why
me.
is this a boomerang?
If only we could have a real pen.
So actually, you know what?
अब ये वाला पोल एंड कर देता हूँ क्योंकि गोल पूरा हो गया.
Put it in my calculator.
Congratulations. Thank you so much, यार guys. Thank you so much.
like John Allen.
Sandeep bhai, thank you for 2 points.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
These drops going into Miramar, which is going to be the next coming.
Thank you
match,
so
right?
much, यार.
We do see God like actually normally going in like Cobreria. I did do an interview with them just yesterday, and they
मत
said
करो अभी भाई. Thank you for 40.
it's the hot drop. So did Sky from Hora, but that's not all because apparently
Yes.
I've seen in the announced drops.
अब कैसा करेंगे अपन मिरामार में तो अपना गनफाइट है होरा के साथ. इस मैच अपन गनफाइट लेने के बहुत बेटर निकाले, बट होरा को 44 में मारा अपन ने. तो क्या लग रहा है अभी गनफाइट जा रहे हैं अपन मिरामार में या नहीं जा रहे? विश्वराज thank you to 40 arrow means a lot.
They did on God like earlier
Exactly.
in apartment. They might do it again.
Congratulations जीजा for 2.5 मिलियन स्पेशल फैन और मेरे जैसा फैन कोई नहीं.